Good morning to Dr. everyone. We are from Group 6, so today we'll present our topic, which is 3D animation. Our group member has Safika Hanim, Padi Najwa, Tan Yongzi, Muhammad Ahmad Hakim, and Lin Ten Yun. First, I will start with the introduction. 3D animation is the process of creating three-dimensional moving image in a digital environment. 3D models with 3D software are carefully manipulated to make them look like real moving objects. And next is the basic principle of 3D animation, which is animation technique, modeling of object, color and texture pattern, and lighting exposure.
Animation technique. Animation is a method in which figures are manipulated to appear as moving images. In traditional animation, images are drawn or painted by hand on transparent celluloid sheets to be photographed and exhibited on film. Today, most animations are made with computer-generated imagery (CGI). Computer-generated animation is known as 3D animation. Creators design an object or character using an X, Y, and Z axis. Now, pencil-to-paper drawing is the way the computer-generated animation works. The object or character created will then be taken into a software. Stop-motion animation. Stop-motion animation is animation that is captured one frame at a time, with physical objects that are moved between frames. When you play back the sequence of image rapidly, it creates the illusion of movement. If you understand how 2D drawn animation works, stop animation is similar, except using physical object instead of drawing. The basic process of animation involves taking a picture of your object or characters, moving them slightly, and taking another picture. When you play back the image consecutively, the object or character appear to move on their own.
Modeling of object. Let us know some words. Modeling is a full description of the object from a particular perspective, while model is an abstract representation of the object, and sculpting. Modeling process manually by providing geometric data from 3D computer graphics. In 3D, the appearance of 3D objects play in three spatial coordinates of S, Y, and Z. There are two types of 3D coordinate systems: world coordinate system and user coordinate system. There are three types of 3D objects: wireframe, surface, and solid. A wireframe is a 3D model that only includes vertical and horizontal lines. It does not contain surface, textures, or lighting like a 3D mesh. Instead, a wireframe model is a 3D image composed of only wires that represent 3D shapes. Surface modeling is arranged on the surface of objects. This object can be likened to the thin wall at a plane. An object surface does not have a volume of empty. Unlike wireframe and surface modeling, solid modeling systems ensure that all surfaces meet properly and that the object is geometrically correct. Solid model allow for interface checking, which tests to see if two or more objects occupy the same space. 3D model categories. There are solid, sharp, or boundary. Modeling methods are included polygonal, primitives, knobs, screws, sprites, and paths.
Next, my subtopic is the use of color and texture pattern. Firstly, the function of use of color and texture pattern is determine the object that will be created. For the example, we can consider a class as a blueprint, template, or a description how to create an object. Secondly, another function is determine the characteristic of the object. The example of characteristic of object is an object has identity, which is object is a distinct individual, and an object has state, which has various properties which might change. Last, an object has behavior because it can do things and can have things done to it. Besides that, determine the method of 3D modeling is also function of use of color and texture pattern. The use of color and texture pattern also determine the method of 3D modeling, such as example private modeling, polygonal modeling, CAD software, and else. Another function of the use of color and texture pattern is rendering process. Rendering process is the process of generating a photorealistic or non-photorealistic image from a 2D or 3D model by means of a computer program. The resulting image is referred to as the render. Last but not least is texturing process. In computer graphics, the application of a type of surface to a 3D image. A texture can be uniform such as a brick wall or irregular such as wood cut or marble. Lastly, the function of the use of color and texture pattern is image and display. Image is a picture that has been created or copied or stored in electronic form, while display is a outlayer cover which is transparent and shows the graphic image inside. That's all from me, thank you.
Okay, now we'll go through the lighting section. Introduction to lighting. Light effect can be added to the 3D model to improve their appearance with the emphasis highlight and another shadow. Lighting is also able to customize each display to be compatible with the surrounding atmosphere of a scene. There are 6 basic types of light sources based on the manner in which they are scattered. First, point light. Second, spotlight. Third, infinite light. Fourth, area light. Fifth, linear light. Sixth, ambient light. Okay, first, point light. Light scattered into all kinds of direction, also known as omnidirectional light. The easiest light sources can be placed on any part of scene. A point light is located at a point in space and sends light out in all directions equally. The direction of light hitting a surface is the line from the point of contact back to the center of the light object. The intensity diminishes with the distance from the light, reaching zero at a specified range. Second, spotlight. Scattered light form like a cone to draw attention to one part or area. Spotlight device used to produce intense illumination in a well-defined area in stage, film, television, ballet, and opera production. Example, flashlight. Okay, third, infinite light or directional light. Directional light emits parallel light rays in a single direction, but the light reaches out into infinity. You can think of a directional light as a giant flashlight very far away from your object, always centered and it's never dies off. You can rotate the light in any direction. For example, sun and star. Okay, fourth, area light. Area light are light sources defined by one or more shapes that emit light from their surface with some directional distribution of radiance at each point on the surface. Light that combine much light or a wide area. For example, the light coming through the window. Fifth, linear light. Linear lighting is defined as a linear shaped luminaire opposed to square or round. Usually, these lights are long in length and are installed as either suspended from a ceiling, Linear light have a length, no width. For example, fluorescence light. Okay, for the last, ambient light. Any sort of light that you didn't add to your shot is known as ambient light. Sunlight, moonlight, and firefly are examples of natural ambient light. On the other hand, examples of artificial ambient light include fireplace, candle, string light, and lamp light, which are distributed over the scene.
In conclusion, we can say that animation is an excellent way to present new information. It also allows students to demonstrate evidence of their own learning. The pro-test data of 6 viewers improved greatly after viewing the animations. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.